channel. So I really hope that you guys had a wonderful holiday season. I really hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever it is you guys celebrate. I hope it was fantastic and you guys got everything that you wanted. To celebrate a holiday, then hey guys, how you doing? I also want to apologize for the lack of videos and like how sporadic and like how irregular the videos have been on my channel. I finished up my semester at school. I told you guys that I was going to try and be consistent. Videos a week, Tuesdays and Fridays, like how I had been trying and hoping to stay on track for the entire semester. As you guys know, life always just tends to get in the way, and I'm so sorry that I did once again. I absolutely hate letting you guys down. I hate having it be like random times when I upload. I hate having it be like things just don't go your way. And I really underestimated how busy I was going to stay, even though I had already finished up the semesters. Tons of things that I had to get done. Christmas shopping, finishing up things with school, and then getting all the family stuff situated and everything for the holidays. So there was just a ton of things that were like going on. And again, it was just, you know, I really underestimated how much time I was actually going to be, you know, devoting to family and like holiday stuff and all that stuff and like work parties and everything. I just want to apologize for the lack of videos. I'm really going to try and stay on top of it this month. I'm going to try my hardest to stay consistent and upload 2 times a week for you guys. I'm really hoping that January just levels out a lot more. I have to start up school again January 20th, but again, I'm really going to try to stay consistent with it, or you know, be better about when I upload and stuff. I totally love every single one of you guys for that, for being so patient and understanding, but I really just felt like I kind of had to explain myself to you guys and explain what has been happening, because you guys are important to me and I really want you guys to be in the know that it's not anything personal. It's not that I don't want to do this anymore. So yeah, for today's video we are going to be talking about my December favorites. This is going to be a separate video, so I'm going to have my December favorites now, and I'm doing it in front of the Christmas tree because this is probably going to be one of the last times I can use this background, like the little Christmas tree and everything, since the holidays are now over. I will have a separate video coming up probably next week or the week after that, where it's going to be like my yearly favorites, and I'm going to try and make it shorter this year because last year's video was like 34 minutes or something, because there was tons of stuff that was new to me and some of the things that I came across. I'm really going to try to narrow it down to maybe 2 products in each category that I was like, yes, this product came out this year, and yes, this product like dominated this year for whatever reason. That is it for all the announcements. Let's just jump into some of my December favorites. First product I'm going to talk to you guys about, I'm like really late on the bandwagon. Everybody has talked about this product and now I know why. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. And I'm just gonna throw it out there. I don't know what it is about this product, but I really like it. Whenever I spray this on my face, it doesn't leave my face dewy. It doesn't make it look oily. It doesn't make it look just greasy or anything like that. And I really don't know what it is. It feels just a little bit like, I don't want to say tacky because tacky is kind of like a negative connotation, but it leaves it just a little bit tacky. It does leave just like a little bit of sticky residue, sticky-ish residue, and I think that really helps kind of like clench on the foundation and make sure it lasts all day. So another like spray for your face thing that I want to talk to you guys about, this is the Pixi by Petra Makeup Fixing Mist with rose water and green tea. You spray it on your face, you're instantly like surrounded with that smell of green tea and rose. It is a little bit more of a strong floral scent, so if you don't like rose or florally scents, you're not gonna like this. It says you can use before your makeup to extend your makeup wear. It says you can use it after makeup to set your makeup and add like a soft focus finish, and that's what I really like about this. So it's gonna soften up any powders, and it's gonna like almost like smooth out any like cakiness that you have on your face, but at the same time it's also gonna set your makeup so it lasts a lot longer, and so it stays just as vibrant and just as colorful and just as pigmented as it was when you first applied your makeup. I really like this, and I also like that this kind of gives just a little bit of a glow. So like I've said before, I have oily skin. When I add this on, it just gives like a layer of a glow without it looking greasy or without it looking oily. It just gives the right amount of dew in the right places that I wanted. But the only thing that I hate is the nozzle of this is horrible. Like when you spray it on, even if you're spraying it from like at a far distance, it will drench your face. I have to like stretch my arm as far out as it can, spray and just kind of like do a circle and move my face at the same time. It looks really ridiculous, but that's the only way I can get a consistent like coverage of this spray while I'm spraying it, because other than that, it's just going to be like really drenched wet in one area and then like really dry in the other area. So that's the only thing I hate about it. The nozzle is absolutely horrible. but the product inside is really, really good, so I'm kind of willing to work through that. So there's one primer I want to talk to you guys about. You guys probably already know because tons of people have talked about it, but this is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Pore Refining Primer. It looks just like this, and it actually looks a little bit watery, so I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be one of those primers where it is so watery, it's going to separate after a period of time, and it's just going to leave your skin oily, and I don't really like that. And even though it looks watery, when it comes out, as you can see right there, it's more of like a moussey texture. It's like super, super soft, and then when you start like spreading it out onto your skin, it's super silky feeling without it feeling silicone-y. So like if you've tried the Maybelline Baby Skin Pore Eraser, that feels really silky, but at the same time it's very silicone-y, and it almost feels like it leaves kind of like a wet residue. You can really see this like when you put it onto areas. I have pores right around here. That's like the biggest area where I have pores. When I add this on there and then like go in with it, if I go in on one side first, I could totally see a huge difference instantly from like here, this area where I had put primer, and this area where I still don't have any primer. So it's crazy how fast this actually goes in your pores and kind of like smooths out the whole surface. I really, really like the way this feels on the skin. It's also very lightweight because it's not a silicone-y feeling, and I just feel like it's a lot better for your pores because you're not adding so much thick, heavy product on there just to smooth it out. So I really like this. It is very expensive. I want to say the full size is about $45 or something like that, so I may kind of hold off until April till we can get that nice discount at Sephora. But I really, really do like this one. This is definitely one of my top 5 primers, especially if you have a pore problem. This is going to be your go-to. Right, so there is one palette I want to talk to you guys about. You guys just saw me talk about this palette a couple days ago in my cyber haul video, but I've actually had it for quite some time. This is the Tartelette in Bloom palette. So this is their second palette that they came out with. It's absolutely gorgeous. Like, I mean, the packaging here, and it's all gold. There's like a giant mirror right here, and then you get all of these shadows right here. But the eye look that I have going on today is solely this palette. These shadows are so good. So I actually got the Eyes Noir palette. I think it's like the limited edition palette that Tarte came out with this fall. When I brought it home and tried it out, I'm not joking, the eyeshadows were so streaky, so patchy. I could barely get a straight, consistent line of color. Even when I tried to swatch it, it was so bad. And then when I tried to put it on my eyes, it would not blend out properly. Like I would have like a really dark spot right in the middle, and then almost no product out here, and trying to build up the product was just, it was horrible. It was very complicated to work with, and I ended up returning it. So since that palette, I was kind of like hesitant about getting another Tarte palette. So I wasn't sure how I was going to like this palette. My friend Sambo Lynn actually gave me this palette for Christmas. Like, all right, I'm gonna try it out. Thankfully she gave me the receipt. If I didn't like it, I was gonna return it or whatever, just because that's the type of person I am. I don't want to waste my money on a product and try to make myself love it if I really don't. But I'm so happy that this palette actually worked out. So I'm assuming that this shadow formula is completely different than the Eyes Noir palette, because these shadows are pigmented. These shadows blend very nicely. You can build them up so well without it looking cakey and without it looking just kind of crumbly looking. So these shadows are completely different than the, I don't know if they're the same as the Tartelette palette, the first one, because I don't have that one, but these are completely different than the Eyes Noir palette, and these are definitely worth a try. I used it about 3 times now, and each time it's given me a consistent wash of color, and it blends really nicely, and it just goes really well together. And I mean, like, the shades in here, they're all like beautiful warm colors, and they have these like really dark kind of cool tone colors right here. It's just an absolutely gorgeous palette. This is the Inglot Duraline, what is it? Duraline drops, I don't know what they're called, but this is the Inglot Duraline, and it comes with a little eyedropper here. I don't know what the product is made of. I don't know why I went so long without it, but this is a really, really good product. So I bought this product because I was kind of looking for something to intensify some eyeshadows. Sometimes I have a problem where Fix Plus just isn't enough of a metallic foiled look, and there are certain shadows that I really want to create like really like holographic, just really foiled metallic looks. And I don't know where I read, but I read somewhere that Inglot Duraline was pretty good for that. So I bought this, and what I did was like I would put a drop on the back of my hand, and then I would add a little bit of the eyeshadow powder with like, you know, like a makeup brush. I'll just like dip it in the Duraline, or I would dip it in like the eyeshadow and then back into the Duraline, and then I would just mix it up together, and it gives you just a beautiful foiled look that you can apply directly directly to your eye to intensify your eyeshadows. Not only that, this works really well to revive your like gel or creamish products. So like the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brows tend to dry up. If you have an eyeliner that tends to dry up, just a couple dots of this really revives the product as well. I've also heard that this works really well to kind of create your own eyeliner. So I haven't tried it like that. I really like the effect that this gives on an eyeshadow, and it really does work. I'm going to take the liquid metal eyeshadow. This is in Under Treasure. It's like a taupey color right here. And I'll show you a swatch just of it. So that is the swatch on there. And then let me do a little drop and I'll show you a swatch with the Duraline. There you go. This one right here is just going to be the shadow itself. This is Under Treasure. And this one right here is the shadow on top of the Duraline. And as you can tell just from the swatch alone, it really intensifies the pigmentation and it really intensifies that like shine and like metallic-y finish to it. So that's what I really like this product for. This product I think is like $10 and you can get it at Macy's. I ordered mine from Macy's online, but I love that this product is $10 and you barely need any. Like literally one drop works just as well and it'll give you that like really foiled, intense finished look. So let's move on to some face products. This is a blush that I've really been loving for this past month. This is from a brand called Studio Makeup and this is their Soft Blend Blush. This is in the color Wildflower. And it looks just like this. And I actually received this in my BoxyCharm subscription service. And I think I'm going to be doing a video coming up shortly talking to you guys more in detail about BoxyCharm. But I've been loving this blush. It's just a beautiful kind of like dusty rose nudie type of color. It's a really nice mixture of all of them. And I love that this feels so smooth. So as you can see right here, I just ran my finger on it and it's very pigmented. It's right there, but I love that this isn't so powdery. It's like a really silky, soft finish blush. It's very nicely pigmented. It blends out really well, and it doesn't kick up product when you use the blush, which is something I really like. Sometimes powder blushes tend to be overly powdery, or they're like too powdery or too soft that they crumble at the touch. This is also a really neutral color, but it's also like a nice wash of the pinky tone, so it goes with tons of makeup looks, and it's just like the perfect amount of like warmth and life to your cheeks. So I've been really digging this blush. And for this past month, there are two highlighters I want to talk to you guys about. Let's talk about this first one here. This is from Josie Maran. This is their Argan Enlightening Illuminizing Veil. And this is just a little travel size I got. You've seen me use this in tutorials and like quick little tutorials on Instagram too. It's a really soft, like sandy, champagne-y type of color. But what I like about this highlighter is that it gives you a really nice highlighted glow. So it's that one right there, but it's not overly highlighted. So it's not going to be one of those highlighters that makes you look wet. It's like, your highlighter is popping. It is everything, highlight on fleek, but it's also a little bit more extra than just having like a natural face. So it's going to give you like a nice life and like glow to your cheeks, just like a natural like hint when the light hits it. It's very buildable and you can definitely build it up to like a really intense highlight, but I also like that it's a little bit more of a modesty like type of highlighter, so you can like use this for like the tip of your nose, down the bridge of your nose and stuff, and it's not going to make you look oily or like overdone. Have oily skin but you still want to highlight and stuff, this would be something really perfect to use because like I said, it's going to give you a nice highlight and a nice glow, but it's not going to overly highlight and it's not going to make it look wet or like bam, like super highlighted. You know what I mean? So this one is more of like a pearl with a hint of champagne and a hint of pink and like a hint of gold. Like it has all of that mixed into it. It's like a soft pearl, but it's not 100% like a white pearl, and it has a nice just like glow to it. And even here in the swatch, it's really not doing it justice. Like it looks really shiny and it looks really nice, and you can definitely see how that could be built up to like a really nice intense glow. But I'm not joking, this alone and this mixed in with other highlighters, it makes it look wet. It makes it look super like highlighted. It gives you just this like drenched kind of look. It's like really like dewy looking. Like I said, I'm normally not about that dewy life because I am oily and I do have oily skin, but this highlighter, it looks so beautiful on the cheekbones. It's not doing it justice how intense this highlighter can be and how just nice it looks on the skin. I think what does it, this formula is very, very soft. So while it may kick up a little bit of product, it's such a smooth powder. It's like really soft and velvety feeling. It feels a little bit like the ColourPop highlighters, but it's not as like squishy feeling. It's just really soft powder, very, very smooth, and it just blends out so nicely. It's so beautiful. I've seen this product in a couple of places. The more expensive one I've seen it is straight on Mirabella's website. If I can find a couple options with different prices for you guys, I will have that link down below. And I can't remember where I got mine. I want to say it was like a subscription service box or something like that, one of their websites I visited. But again, I will try to find all that stuff and I will link it down below for you guys because this is seriously a highlighter you need to have. I heard Rosita Applebaum talk about this and that's where I got the idea to pick it up. And if you are a highlighter fiend, if you love highlighters, I highly, highly recommend trying this one because this one is seriously, it's worth every penny. There are two lip products I want to talk to you guys about. This first one also came in my boxy charm. This is from Mana Kadar, and I think I've heard about this brand before, but I have personally never tried anything from them before. It's like a mauvey pinky color, and this is in the shade All of Me. And okay, the packaging, I mean, on it, it's pretty basic. It's pretty standard drugstore packaging, so it's nothing crazy. And I kind of wrote it off at first when I first got this, and then I just decided to use it, and oh my god, I was completely blown away. So this is a lip gloss, and that's what it looks like. As you guys can see, it is straight pigmented. This is probably one of the most pigmented lip glosses I have ever used. Like one application of this and it completely covers your lip with this. It's almost like a liquid lipstick with how pigmented it is, but it's a lip gloss. So it looks like that. And what I love about this is that this lip gloss is not sticky at all. It's like the perfect amount of sticky, I should say. So it's sticky enough to where it's gonna last all day, but it's not so sticky that after a long period of time, it starts getting like tacky. It's not gonna stick together, and it doesn't give you that like white rim on the inside. The formula of these are really, really, really good. I don't know, I just wanted to talk about it because I was completely blown away by how good this product works. So again, I received this in my boxy charm, but if I can find this one or on their website or something, I will link it down below for you guys. But this is a really, really good lip gloss. I don't know the price of this, but I will have it linked down below for you guys so you guys can check this out yourself because it's a really, really good product. And the last thing I want to talk to you guys about is from Stila. This is the Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick. Just pulled two random shades so you guys can see. I'm absolutely in love with this liquid lipstick formula. This is really, really good. Again, I'm not gonna say that it's better than my #1 Ride or Die Dose of Color, but it's really, really good. It's very comparable to Galactic. It's comparable to Kat Von D. Lasts all day on your lips. You don't feel it, and it dries to a complete matte. So you know how some liquid lipsticks, like they don't dry fully matte or they like transfer and smear off? Not these. They will dry completely matte, but they give you enough time to manipulate the product and really add it nicely onto your lips. And like I said, it doesn't transfer through, it doesn't settle into like fine lines or wrinkles of your mouth, and it's not going to give you like that white cast in the middle or like really crusty on the outside part. It's just really, really good. And I wanted to show you guys because I wanted to show you that even the dark colors, when you swatch them, it's consistent. Like one application is super, super pigmented and they're not streaky, and it's consistent all the way through, which I think is difficult sometimes with liquid lipsticks. So the darker one is Chianti and the light one is Patina. I've been rocking Patina a lot and I really, really like it because it's just like a beautiful like dusty rose mauve color. But as you guys can see right here, like there is no streakiness, there is no patchiness. It doesn't settle into the fine lines or it doesn't smear or bleed on the outside. It's just a really, really good and really comfortable liquid lipstick. I want to say this is the more pricier liquid lipstick. This is, I want to say $22 or $24 each for the full size. But again, it's a really, really good formula and it's definitely worth your money to invest in some good liquid lipsticks over some of the other ones. All right, so that is it for my December favorites. Like I said, I will have a separate video with all of my 2015 beauty favorites for you guys coming up sometime in January. Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, all that stuff's gonna be linked down below for you guys, as well as coupon codes for you to try out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye. Then I also saw this one. This is the Cocoa Lashes Brush on Lash